What's going on YouTube? This is Max coming back at you once again with another video. This time I'm going to be doing another comparison video between the Sony A9F and the A90J. Before we go ahead and start this video, if you could slap on that like button, that subscribe button, I greatly appreciate it. Let's dive in. So the first comparison that I'm going to do is Batman versus Superman. So you got the Sony A9F on the left hand side and the Sony A90J on the right hand side. First thing that you're gonna see right away is the separation of blacks when you look at Batman's armor, and you can see it that on the left side you have a lot of black crush on the Sony A9F compared to the A90J. I did the best I can to freeze frame a lot of the shots on this movie, and just to give you guys a heads up, this is going to be recorded on my Sony ZV-1, and I'm capturing on the internal TV app on both the A9F and the A90J using the Apple TV application. So if you're wondering how am I viewing this, I'm using the Apple TV. And you can see on both sides what I'm looking at. So looking at Superman specifically, you can see that the colors really pop compared to the A9F. And just looking at the A90J, you could just see how it really brings it out on this scene, looking at the TV. As I mentioned before, the A9F is a great TV. But just seeing the improvements on the A90J, you could definitely see the differences when it comes to the color accuracy, the contrast, the shadow detail, and just the fine detail that you could just look at both Batman and Superman when I'm playing this scene. Just looking at the details and texture and skin, hair, and clothing are rendered in a way that is just organic and lifelike. The best example is a cleaner, sharper, crispier, and the better version of reality. So this TV feels just natural and doesn't look fake. Just comparing the both the A9F and the A90J. The A90J is, especially coming out with the new processor, has done a great job. So I definitely giving kudos to Sony on this one. So just to switch things off, I am switching it back to Transformers. And I know, hey, some people don't like Transformers, but I had to put this on here too as a comparison, just to show some of that specular highlights for everyone, and it's showing the fine detail, especially when you look at Optimus Prime, and especially when you see the electricity just run through them on the scene, and you can just see just the shadow detail of just looking at the both A9F and the A90J, and you could just see that crush, that black crush that I'm mentioning on the A9F. Now don't get me wrong, just like how I mentioned before, the A9F is a great TV. Great TV. I bought this TV back in 2018, but just seeing the improvements that Sony has made on the Sony A90J, it's just something that you just can't disregard when I'm doing this comparison. So what I'm going to do now is I'm about to go ahead and let some of this comparison video run for a little bit, so you could just appreciate just the fine details and differences between both TVs. Now I will say this, looking at both TVs, looking at the motion, the A90J has definitely made a great improvement when it comes to the motion. Just looking at both TVs, and you can just see as I freeze frame and even slow some of the scenes down, you could just see the differences, especially when it comes to motion, that the A90J has done some great improvements. Now I haven't done a comparison on the LG TV, so I can't speak about the motion on that TV, but just looking at my A9F that I have compared to the A90J, it is an improvement when it comes to motion, especially when it comes to the clarity. And just especially looking at the Avengers in game, you could just see how the motion looks between both TVs. The motion is something that you definitely can't disregard between both TVs. And looking at both of them, you can see the A90J definitely made some improvements on this. So if everyone stick around, I'm going to be doing that comparison on gameplay footage. I got Spider-Man Remastered on the PlayStation 5. I'm doing a comparison, and I also doing some gameplay footage of the new Resident Evil game. So stay tuned for that. You will see that closer towards the end of this video. So I had to throw in some Dragon Ball on here, Fighter Z, if you guys are interested. So this is playing off the PlayStation 5 for comparison wise. And I just want to show you some of the fast motion what the A90J can actually really good do. And so far, I do not have no issues whatsoever when it comes to the motion, especially when it comes to playing games and playing at 4K 120. So now I'm going to talk about the negatives, because I know I've been talking about so much positives about the A90J, and I think I mentioned this in my previous videos before. But one of the things that I want to go over is just talking about the lack of VRR, and something that just was missed from Sony's side. So if this is going to be considered as one of the Master Series TVs, then you should have pretty much all the bells and whistles, especially running at a $3,000 price tag for a 55-inch TV. So I know people are getting 65s and even 83 inches, but it's just to justify those prices, those are just some of the things that you got to think about if you think about purchasing this TV. But if it's something that you really don't care about gaming, and it's more just watching movies, content, sports, shows, regular content viewing, then you're not gonna have a problem whatsoever. So the last video I'm showing right now is showing the new Resident Evil game. I know people wanted me to show a little bit more gameplay footage. I know I got some comments about Demon Souls. That's still going to be in the works, but just so I'm not making this video way too long than necessary, I just had to show some of that Resident Evil gameplay footage. So just to show you right now, it is going to show a lot darker on certain areas, especially on this game. It's just because it looked like that's how the gameplay footage is, because when I was looking at this compared to looking at it on the TV, it's just it got a lot of blacks, a lot of dark details. It doesn't have a lot of shadows detail when it comes to the gameplay game itself, Resident Evil. So I just want to throw that heads up on this one, because people may say, oh, this black crush, oh, this white highlights is all blown out. No, it's a lot to do with the game, and looking at it in person too, it makes it look even better. So before anybody make any comments about the gameplay footage and looking at some of this video and saying like, oh, I can't believe the A90J shows so much black crush. Oh, the specular highlights look crazy. I can't tell the clouds. It's a lot to do with the game, and then also too, recording this on the camera. So mentioned this before in my previous video. Take a look at the TV in person. Take the TV home, play it, play some games on here, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. But I will say this: I haven't seen any HDR color banding on this particular game, but I have seen it on Destiny 2, and I've seen some other games, gameplay footage. But playing Resident Evil, I did not see any color banding, HDR color banding on this system or this gameplay footage or on the TV. So that's actually really good news if anyone is curious to know about that. So if you interested, if you want me to play some more gameplay footage of any other video games, just let me know in the comments. I will gladly do that. I can't do a real good comparison between the A9F and the A90J because just the fact is that it's not going to be apples for apples, because I may do some different interactions while I'm doing a live gameplay footage or recording. So you may see one jerks to one way, one jerks to the other way. So it's just no way for me to really capture this at this time. So I got to come up with a better tool. Maybe I do a HDR, HDMI splitters, just and record it that way. But that's going to be kind of hard to do because I have one TV is located in one part of the house, and I have the other TV that's fixed above my fireplace. So it's just doing those apples to apples comparison is going to be quite difficult. So just getting close to the end of the video, but if you like this type of video and you want to see more content like this, if you could do me a favor by hitting that like button and that subscribe button, I will greatly appreciate that. And let me know in the comments what you guys think of this type of video. Definitely appreciate any type of criticism, any feedback about any of my previous videos. If you have any questions, I'll do the best I can to try to answer any of them. And just want to say thanks again, everyone, for watching and subscribing to my video. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks a lot, everyone. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one. Take care.